On the last leg to get a medal for Great Britain. USA, I would expect to overhaul Poland. Jamaica might, but can Great Britain and can Bahrain?
Martin Rooney takes it for Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Oh, I thought for a moment it was dropped. Just a check from Martin Rooney. That might have cost fractions as Bahrain come past. And Abbas finished very, very well yesterday. And the chase is on up front though, because Michael Cherry is closing in and just speeding past Justina Svetiavsetic, who can't panic here. And she knew this was going to happen here. But she's chasing a medal and she's trying to hold up Javon Francis of Jamaica. Great Britain and Northern Ireland in fifth at the moment, just behind Bahrain. Bahrain with a very impressive Abbas on the anchor leg. Martin Rooney trying to close, but the Bahraini athlete is strong, and he in turn is closing on Francis, and Francis now passes Justina Svetiavsetic, but Martin Rooney trying to get their United States way out in front. They take a new world record, sub 3:10. Jamaica holds on, Bahrain in third, Martin Rooney fourth, and Poland fifth.
Really get like this whole game on film.
Well, actually, it's funny because Andy Murray, he was been joking about myself and him playing a match, and I'm like, Andy, seriously, like, are you kidding me? Because for me, tennis and men's tennis and women's tennis are completely almost two separate sports. So I'm like, if I were to play Andy Murray, I would lose 6-0, 6-0 in 5 to 6 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, because no, it's true. It's true. It's a completely. It's a completely different sport. The men are a lot faster, and they serve harder, they hit harder. It's just a different game.
For sure.
40, 50.
Yeah, that's the one I'm waiting for.
40.
All right, wide. This is kind of 6 foot. Oh.
Game USA.
Giving the ball away if you just cross willy-nilly.
Oh. 30.
You know what, that's just me.
Game
Canada. Second set, it's 3-2.
30.
Point C down to this end is a lob.
There's that one down the middle. Shouldn't be that way.
Oh, come on, John.
No, I knew that was coming. It's a fault though. It's a double. It's going to be challenged. Oh no. Caught the line. Oh no. The only point Jeannie has a chance at here. Will it be a double fault? No! It's an ace.
Well, she has to guess.
This is also adding, talk about Jersey enemies.
Game USA.
Easy hold for John Isner. Problem for Agnieszka Radwanska. Ace.
3, 2, 1. Come on, girls. Come on. Hold.
All right, we got a rematch. Brother versus sister, all district versus state MVP. Let's see how it goes. All right, Riley's using the girls' ball. Obviously, Brother will use a boys' ball. Oh. Ooh, quick. Oh, man. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, that was a good move. Oh! Ooh, that's tough.
Oh no.
I mean,
this woman on the game show Fort Boyard is a firefighter.
I hope they've taught you how to knock down doors. In you go.
Oh no.
As high as you can. As high as you can. As high as you can.
Take a bigger run up. She's a hard lady.
Come on, June. Under the elbow. Big run as fast as you can. And high. High. High.
So close.
As fast as you can.
Get going. Oh. Come out. That's such a great effort. Yeah, I think just 2 more throws and you would have been there, but that's tough for you.
A man with no firefighter training has no trouble with the same task.
Bit of an outsy one, I think. Be aiming higher. That's it. You got it. It's on the floor. Okay, brilliant. He's got the key. Come out. Oh, yeah. Okay, fab. Brilliant. Well done.
A woman can actually fail the physical component of the fireman test and still become a firewoman to meet female quotas. Firewomen are paid exactly the same as firemen, who are more physically able and better suited to the job.
So, one of the reasons that I decided to make this video is because I'm actually a really big sports fan. And when I'm watching sports, for me personally, it never actually crosses my mind that the men should be playing against the women, or nor am I confused about the level of competition of who's better. And so whenever I hear women making the argument that female athletes deserve to be paid more, that may be true for some athletes in some sports, depending on how much revenue the sport is earning and, and how much they're receiving in their contract versus some of the other players. But whenever they base the argument on the notion that the level of competition in the women's sports is just as high or better than the level of competition in the men's sport, then that's where I start to run into a problem. Whenever I'm watching the women play, I have to acknowledge that there's a reduction in the speed and athleticism all around that you're gonna see, whether you're talking about basketball, swimming, gymnastics, baseball, whatever it may be. And for me personally, it doesn't take away from my enjoyment of the sport, but like I said, I'm not confused as to who would win in a one-on-one competition if men decided to play against women or vice versa. Another reason I decided to make this video is because recently I was having a conversation with a police officer, and I asked him, if his life was on the line, and he had to choose between having backup that was a male or a female, who would he prefer to actually show up as his backup? And his answer without a question was that he would prefer for it to be a male, because apparently recently he had, seen a situation in his precinct where a male officer was backed up by a female officer, and due to a lack of ability, she wasn't able to subdue the male suspect, and then that just made the situation worse for herself and then for the other officer that was involved. So I don't know why they're trying to run with this notion that men and women can compete at the same level. We can compete at the same level. Some people can compete at the same level, but not everybody. When you start to talk about league versus league, if you look at the WNBA, for example, versus the NBA, I do think there are a handful of the athletes in the WNBA who might be able to have a roster spot in the NBA, but the league as an entirety, I don't think that they can all make it into the NBA and be useful players, unless it just turns into a matter of charity and you're just giving them time on the court just so you could appeal to the wants and desires of a crowd of people who don't really care about the sport anyway. But that's it for this video. As always, make sure you hit the like button, drop a comment down below. If you're new to the channel, then make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you can get the alert when future content is posted. I'm your man D Cannon. This is the Dust Up, and I'm out.